Hello everyone, this is Frank Ilo from Afri Design Studios. In this video, we shall be looking at how to create furniture, how to add furnitures to your project. So having said this, let's move straight to Revit. So the first thing you do is to come to project browser, double click on level 2 ground floor plan. Then this floor plan is going to appear depending on the floor plan you are using. The floor plan will appear. Once it appears, you click on architecture. Then from architecture, you go to components and click on the arrow here. Click on this arrow. It is going to bring these two options. Then select place a component. Then go to load family. Click on load family. Then it's going to bring you to this environment, this load family environment where you have your component library. So I'm going to move straight to furniture. I double click on furniture. The next thing I'm going to do is to look for a folder for chairs or sofa. You can see this very one, but I can still scroll down to see if I can see any freestanding components. You can see some other chairs here. You can see some sofa that are standing on their own, standing alone. But if I don't find anyone here, I should just move straight into the folder. Then I come to this very folder, chair, sofas, and stools. I double click on it. Once I've done this, I'm going to scroll down to look for other options, other alternative that I may use. So I'm still scrolling down slowly to pick a sofa of my choice. Okay, I think I found one. I click on this. Actually, I double clicked on that. Then it's going to bring out the sofa. Then I will place it here. Okay, when I place it here, I press on my escape button on my keyboard twice to end the command. So I want to show you something here with placing of your furniture. You can mirror this. Let's assume you want this other side to be on this side and not here. So what do you do? But actually, I love it the way it is, but I just want to show you something. So I click on it. Oh my God. My cursor is too fast. So let me do that again. I click on the sofa. Once I click on the sofa, I come here. You will see this mirror, pick axis. I click on it. Then I try to locate a midpoint. This horizontal, because I want it to flip horizontally, I will try to locate the horizontal line. But if I want it to flip vertically, I will look for the vertical lines like this one. This is a vertical line. I can mirror it on this line. But I want it horizontally, I can mirror it on this very one. So I click on it. You will see it now. It has already been duplicated, but it is sitting on the original one. It is sitting on the original one, which is wrong. So let me undo this and show you the way to go about that. So I undo once. So let me repeat the same process. I click on this furniture. I go to mirror, pick axis. We have two types of mirror, by the way. We have this and we have this. So I click on this one. Then I come here and select a horizontal axis. But before I click on this horizontal axis, I come here. You see this copy, uncheck. After unchecking that, then if I click on this horizontal line, I wouldn't have a copy of the original one still there. So I click on this. You can see the original copy is no longer there. Then I click on I press on my escape key, my escape button twice to end the command. Then I can now click on the furniture and use my arrow key to bring it down to the position I want it to be. to the position I want it to be. Let's assume I want it to be here. Okay, let's leave it at this point. So I have been able to show you how to actually mirror a furniture. This does not apply only to furnitures. You use the same method to mirror any component or any object in Revit. So having said that, let me press escape twice to end this command. The next thing I have to do is to still go back to architecture, go back to components, click on this arrow and select this. But if you don't want to do that, you can just come to, you can just come to components and click at once on the icon, not on the arrow. Once you just click on the icon, it is going to take you to components. Then you go to load family, click on load family. After doing that, the next thing you do is to locate furniture. Double click on it and it's going to bring you here. Once you are here, the next thing you do is to locate chair and furniture again. Then I double click on this. Then I would want to use this very chair. Then I click on it twice. It is going to pick that furniture. Then I'm going to bring it here and place it here. But before I place it here, I want to also show you something. You can rotate this chair to the direction you want it to be by pressing on your space key. 1, 2, 3, 4. So with your space key, you can change the direction or the position of your furniture. So once I am satisfied with the direction, I can just click once. Then I bring another one here. Okay. So I press escape twice. Then I click on this very one and use my arrow key to move it a little bit closer to this one. Okay, so I am done with this. The next thing I have to do is to look for my television. Look for television. So place my television in this very living room. What do I do again? I go to components, click directly on the icon, go to load family. The next thing I have to do is, where should I find my TV sets? I think I should be able to find it in the furniture. I double click here. Then I go to devices. I double click here. Then here is my flat screen plasma TV. Then I click on it once. It is going to preview this for me. But if I click on it twice, it won't preview, it will just take me direct to Revit. So once I click once, it previews it here for me. Then I click open. It is going to pick it. But sorry, you can see I'm still having the sofa on my icon. What this means is that the TV set had already been loaded inside my properties palette. So what do I need to do? I don't need to start worrying myself. I don't need to bother myself at all. All I need to do is to come here, come to my properties. Once I come to my properties, I click on this very area, this space, or I click on the arrow here. It is going to bring every other thing that has been loaded in the properties palette. So I'm going to scroll down or up to see the things that are already loaded in here. You can see them. So this is the plasma TV. I would also want to let you know that we have two options. We have size 42 inches and we have size 50 inches. This is applicable to every other component. What do I mean by that? If you scroll up now, I'm sorry, like this very furniture, it doesn't have the options, but most of the components have options. That is talking about sizes. They have the same property, but their sizes vary. Like this gate, we have size 12 and we have this is number 12 and number 13. that differentiates them, and that shows you that they have different sizes. Okay, this is a typical example. This desk, you can see the sizes here: 1525 by 762 millimeters, and this is 1525 by 762 students. This is 1830 by 915 millimeters. So this is the options, but let's go back to the TV sets. So when we go back to the television, we are going to pick size 50. Okay, I think that should be up. I think I've passed. Okay, this is the TV set. We are going to go with size 50. Then I click on this. Once I do that, you will see on my icon, on my cursor, the TV set component is already appearing there. So I bring it in here. Like I told you, I want to place it on this very wall. I want to place it TV set on this very wall, but I cannot do that because the default direction of the television is not in alignment with the wall. So what do I do? Like I told you, you use your space bar, your space button on your computer sets. So I'm going to press on the space bar once, and the direction will change. Once the direction changes, I bring it here and position it on the wall. So I've done that. Then I'm going to press escape twice. Once I've done this, I must assure you that the flat screen TV is on the floor right now, but it's not supposed to be on the floor. It is supposed to be elevated to a height where the people in this living room can view the television very well. So having said that, I would want to bring in my locker first, the locker that is going to be beneath this television before I move the television up. Okay. So having said that, the next thing I'm going to do is to go to component again, click on components, then I go to load family. I'm going to look for lockers that should be found under furnitures as well. Double click on this. Then I should go to tables. Tables, okay. Okay. Can't find it here. I'm looking for a small locker. It is not here. Then I should go to desks and table. Desks. I don't think it can be found here as well. So tables. I'm looking for a locker I'm going to place at the base of the TV set. So where should I go now to pick this? Okay, let me go to rack. Okay. No. Okay, here is locker. Here is locker. So I double click on these lockers. Okay. I can find one. I click on this twice. The television is still on my cursor, meaning that the locker has already been loaded in my properties. So I go to properties again, click on this arrow, then I search for my locker. Okay, here is the locker. Let me see if it has options. Okay, we have only one option. So I click on this. And once I bring it here, you and I know that this locker is facing the wrong direction. You can see the tick line of the locker. I think that tick line should be the back. I'm not sure yet. So let me place it and see what happens there. Okay, I'm going to place it here. I'm going to use the camera to snap it and know if it is facing the right direction. So I'm going to place this here and take a snap. Okay, I'm going to bring this down. Okay, you can see the locker is okay, facing the right direction. Since it is on the right direction, what I'm going to do now is to move it to the right position. So I'm going to move this to the right position. So let me put this in realistic. I go to visual styles, click here and click on realistic so that it's going to look real somehow. Okay, this is the living room. You can see the television is on the floor. The locker is on the floor. So I'm going to move this locker to the wall, then move this television up a bit. So let's go back to the floor plan. So I'm going to first click on this. I'm going to click on the locker. Then I use my arrow key to move it to the wall. Or better still, I can use my move tool. Let me use the move tool. For more accuracy, I bring it to the wall here. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to centralize the TV set. The television, I'm going to centralize it on the locker before I move it up so that it would look okay even when it has been taken upward. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to move this television up a bit. I must know the offset, the height of the television from the floor. That is the first thing I should know. And I want to move this television 1.2 meters, that is 1,200 millimeters from the floor. So I click on it. Once I click on the television, I'm going to come here to my properties. Then I'm going to come to offset. You can see the level where the television is on the ground floor, but I'm going to offset it from the ground floor by 1,200 millimeters. Then I'm going to hit apply. The television will disappear from your view because now it has gone up. The television has gone up, so you cannot see it from this view anymore. For you to see the television, let us go to the 3D view, the interior 3D view that I just took a while ago. So let's go to view number 7. So you can see the television set now. It has gone up a bit. So this is how to furnish your living room. This is how to furnish your living room. This is just an example, or this is just a guide. On your own, you can add more furniture on your living room. But this is just the guide on how to do it. The next thing I'm going to do is to go to my dining room. So I'm going to still go to the floor plan again, double click on this. It is good. But before that, I discovered that the shares are too close. Let's expand them a bit with our arrow keys. Let's bring this down a bit. Then I'm going to click on this and click on this while holding down my control key. I hold down my control key and click on this so that I can highlight the two shares at once. So I move this up a bit to create space in the middle. So having done that, I want to still bring it backward a little bit. Okay, then I click on this. Don't mind the cursor is too fast. I'm supposed to click on this and again move like this. So it will be in alignment with the other two shares. So that is about the living room. Let's move to the dining. Like I told you, this is a shop in the original plan, but I'm going to convert it to a dining. Having said that, I go to architecture, click on architecture, then click on components. Then I move to load family, click on load. Then I move to furniture. Then the first thing I have to start with is the dining. I want to click on the dining to place the dining table. So I should be able to go to desks and tables. Double click on this. Then I go to tables to see if I can find dining table. If there's anything, okay, this is conference table. Conference table. but I'm looking for dining table. Okay, here is dining table. I click on this. Then I click on this open. Okay, the dining table has been loaded already. So I go to my properties. Then I click on this arrow. Then I scroll up or down to look for it. Okay, here is the dining table. This is table. This is dining table, 4 seats. This is with 4 seats, but this one has 6 seats. This is 4. This is 6. Like I told you, you can choose from any of the options, but I want to go with 6 seats. So I click on this. When I do that, I bring it here, and you can see the direction is not appropriate. So I have to use my space button or my space key on the keyboard. Then I press on it once. It is going to change the direction. Then I position it well and click. So this is my dining table. Then I press escape key twice to end the command. So this is how to do it. We can also take a camera or a snapshot of this very dining room. So I can stand at this position and click and take it this way and snap and click. So this is our dining. I'm going to expand the crop region. So I expand this. This is the dining table in the dining room. So I'm going to make it realistic by coming here, click on visual style, then I click again on realistic. So it has given it a kind of appeal, better than before. It makes it look more realistic this time around. So this is it. Let's move to our first floor plan for other things we have there. In the first floor plan, we have our bedroom. But before, I think we'll have a toilet at the ground floor. Let's go to the ground floor. Let's still go back to the ground floor. Yes, here is a toilet. To add this very toilet here, what do? You go back again to components, click on components, come to load family, click on load family. Then in your components library, you try to locate the plumbing folder. But in this very library, I joined or I merged it with other components. So you can find it in this place. Okay. So what I want to bring out from here is this. The arrangement of your components may not be the same with mine, but the one beautiful thing about it is that they all have labels. So this is furniture, this is entourage. So where I have saved some components may not be the same with yours, but with your own level of understanding, you can trace or find any component that is in your folder. So I go now to components, I double click on this. I'm going to locate plumbing. So here is plumbing. I double click on this. Then it is just a toilet, so there won't be any need for bath, but there should be a need for the basin, the washing basin. So I click on this, but I will tell you that this may not activate immediately because I had already loaded it in this project. So when I click on it, once I click on this, the next thing I have to do is to click open. Once I click open, the next thing I have to do is to go to, I'm going to go to my properties. Once I go to my properties, the next thing I have to do is this. Okay, we may be ending this this very video at this point, and we are going to continue the part 2 of this video in the next video. Thank you very much, and I also want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also like our videos. Thank you for watching, and bye.